Hey everybody, Dylan here. Gonna try to squeeze in a last video of the year. Me and Boone are freaking out, and I haven't really made a video in the last couple of days during the Christmas season, and just been a little bummed out because I did lose Brutus, and I didn't really want to talk about it, and I still don't really want to talk about it just yet. But I thought I would squeeze in a fish room update and cruise the Mbuna tank, cruise all these other tanks because you know, I've put in the maintenance and I've tried to back out of the cichlid tank for a little bit just because really devastating to lose that fish. He was one of my favorite fish, and I say I don't want to talk about it, and I'm not. But here's Mr. Mojo's tank. He got a little maintenance today. Thought we'd check on him. And I am going to try to hit every one of these tanks just because, you know, it's the last update of the year, you know. Really wasn't too interested in making an update or even, you know, talking about the fish room, but I got to squeeze one in. Check out the guppy. He's always cool. He's got to come out of here because he's just a lone guppy in here with, you know, the tetras and the danios. So I'd like to get him with a couple more guppies, and I am going to consolidate some things. I've told you guys that for the new year. I actually did pull some anacharis out of the shrimp tank. Let's see if we can see it a little better than usual, because the light will penetrate a little bit. Yeah, maybe not. But they're down here. Oh yeah, they're down here. Yeah, let's keep rolling because it's a little dark in there. Well, this tank, this little gal's gonna give birth very soon. I thought it would be already. I guess not. I guess she's holding on to him. But the plants in this tank are really taking off, and it's really becoming a cool looking scape to look at. He's always harassing her, but she didn't take anything. She goes right after him, you know. Oops, sorry about that. She's big. She's getting there. Maybe another week. We'll see. Keep going with the danios. These fry again so large, and I think there's about 14. Counted 14 to 15. Some are bigger than others. It's hard to believe they, you know, came from the same clutch of you know, eggs. But I'm gonna make some moves in this tank too. The plants in this tank have just flourished. Check out the anacharis growing all the way across the top. Kind of blocking out some of these swords, and I will do something about it eventually. Did a big water change in this tank today, and if I get a little closer you can really see the clarity of this water. I mean, this tank is pristine today. Everything is just popping. I'm surprised some of these stems of Rotala aren't really purling too hard. Really looking bright. And we'll quickly drop in here, even though I might take this tank down very soon. When I say adios to all the red cherry shrimp, I'm gonna make some moves soon. The fact that I can keep something alive in here is fun. You know, it's been cool to just have this little tank running. And I've done water changes on it, like, you know, every 3 days. You know, 75%, just to keep you know, fresh water in such a, you know, small volume of tank. But before the video gets too long, we're gonna duck into the Brashati tank, because this tank deserves the respect. I did put some plants in here that I moved out of the shrimp tank. There was a piece of Rotala that was just kind of floating there, and grew so many different stems in weird places. Let me see. It's this piece right here, and it's kind of bent down still, hasn't acclimated to the light. But it's got runners coming off it in so many different places. Here, all the way down here. I kind of have it buried underneath here. One coming up here. And then there's a main stem with a lot of roots that come out there. And I said, you know what, that needs to go in the Brashati tank. And I did put another piece of wisteria in here too. If you see this plant here, it's not totally bent up towards the light. It hasn't acclimated yet. But once both these plants acclimate, they'll be, you know, two cool additions to this tank as far as the plants that are in here. Let's check out the inhabitant. Yeah, you're cool. This is one tank that won't change too much. It's really kind of coming into its own as far as the plant growth. Even the stems I added today really kind of blend right in. I mean, you see them kind of bunched up here because they're just not acclimated to the light, but once they do, they'll be you know, perfect where they are. Now let's keep rolling. These are the tanks, 2013, and count them up. There's 3 there, there's 3 there, there's one tiny little guy there. We got the African cichlids in the bedroom, and Booner in this room, and we just left the Tanganyikans. But this tank's really looking good, except it's bummed me out to show it just because Brutus isn't in there. And you know, the fact that I raised him up from such a tiny little fish, all these fish are kind of raised up from tiny little fish, and the fact that I always, you know, admired his color and really thought he was going to be a showstopper and had so much potential, bummed me out that I couldn't save him. And it's unfortunate that I have to let you guys know that, you know, Brutus passed and he's not in here. And I tell you, the dynamic in the tank has most definitely changed with, you know, a large fish like that leaving the mix. So I noticed that this other OB has kind of moved up and he's put some weight on. But that's the fish room, guys. That's going to be the last fish room update of 2013. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate all the subscriber support, and I'm gonna keep bringing you great fish room videos, all my updates, everything that's going on, because I'm not stopping, and I hope you guys don't stop either. Tank on, guys. Peace.